Good as boy. CJ Goodfella back with the boxing thing. I know a lot of people was like, well, you just jump into the conclusion that Kell Brook is going to vacate yesterday. Actually, I did the video before. They said they was going to sign the extension to my videos in advance. And all you heard, you know, from Eddie Hearn's mouth and doing interviews and stuff like that was they were pushing for him to move up in weight and not take this Errol Spence fight. It looks like Kell Brook took his career in his own hands and took it by the horns, and he wants the Errol Spence fight. And probably the only reason he wants the Errol Spence fight because it's more danger at 154 just as much as it's danger at 147. Now, they signed that week extension. Usually, he was going to purse bid today. And the reason it kind of strung out the way it did is because Kell Brook got medically cleared by the IBF to get a 90-day extension where they didn't have to negotiate for this fight because of the eye injury he suffered from Gennady Golovkin, which don't even still look healed all the way. But that's a story for another day. But, you know, and the reason why people say, well, Errol Spence shouldn't have signed the extension. Why did he sign the extension? Why? Because if it went to purse bid, and whoever won the purse bid, Errol Spence was most likely going to get 30% of the purse, and the champion would have got 70% of the purse. Nobody wants a 70-30 split. You know, at least the person that's making 30 don't want it. So he's going to negotiate this contract. Hopefully it gets done, nothing falls through, and we get the fight that we wanted. And good things come to people who wait, and hopefully it lives up to the hype. A lot of people just think that Errol Spence is going to blow through Kell Brook. You know, I was talking to a few people. A lot of people are on the Errol Spence bandwagon. One thing that people fail to realize is, you know, Kell Brook is a solid champion. He legitimately won this IBF belt versus Sean Porter. And another thing about Kell Brook is, you know, he's physically strong as well. He's a physically big guy too. You know what I mean? I don't think Errol Spence could jump up to 160 like, you know, Kell Brook did and still look as good as he did. Will he eventually get there? Yes, if he wants to go there with maturity and time. Kell Brook did it, you know, without an ounce of fat on his body and still look good and could punch. And a lot of people just jump to the conclusion that I'm picking Errol Spence. Oh, he's picking Errol Spence. Not really. When the fight was supposed to be made, I was favoring Kell Brook. Right now, it's up in the air for me, but I do believe that that is going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a learning experience for Errol Spence. You know, going over to overseas, I know he's used to doing that. In the amateurs, I think it's not going to be no issue with jet lag or anything like that. But like I said, good things come to people who wait. And if he goes over there, and I'm talking about Errol Spence, you know, Kell Brook whips his ass, people are going to be making that comparison to Joe Calzaghe and Jeff Left Hook Lacey. Jeff Lacey was outstanding, you know, amateur. He made it just as far in the Olympics as Errol Spence. And, you know, Joe Calzaghe put a worldly ass whooping on him. That's one of the most vicious, you know, ass whoopings I ever really seen, you know, from beginning to end. And he was just striking Jeff Lacey, and that made me a fan of Joe Calzaghe. Can Kell Brook do the same thing? I don't know. You know, a lot of people, you know, some Jeff Lacey was this and that. But he wasn't saying that before the fight. Joe Calzaghe ruined Jeff Lacey. And let's see if Kell Brook can get the job done as well. We gone.